Albania's lagoons in the north of the country seem like paradise. Damush Tsesja comes here to work. He's been a fisherman for 40 years in Kunevine, but the fish population has started to decline, he says. Since the moment this crab entered the lagoon, there have been fewer fish, fewer eels. From one year to the next, we catch less. This lagoon was amazing in the past. You could catch thousands of kilos of fish of all kinds. Only this small strip of land separates the Adriatic Sea from the lagoon. The sea level is rising, allowing more blue crabs to enter the lagoon. They are replacing the natural fish population, Yakcini says. He's an environmentalist in the region and observes biodiversity. Over there is the Adriatic Sea, and this is the lagoon. The land in between the two is shrinking, he says, due to climate change. We have more maritime storms, erosion, high temperatures, floods. All of this has been affecting the lagoon. The sea will swallow more than the lagoon, Yakcini says, if there is no governmental intervention. Albania's coast also will keep shrinking. An estimated 1/3 of the country's coastline is already affected by erosion. This bunker was built during the communist era 4 decades ago. Back then, it used to be at least 40 meters away from the seashore. Many of these bunkers are already underwater. Others are close to being immersed by the sea. And there is less beach for tourists to enjoy as the sea advances inland. Last year we had more umbrellas. This year we have 1 row less. Who knows what happens next year? Maybe we will lose another row. New hotels are also being built. Locals fear the construction will speed up erosion. Fatih Nokka is concerned this restaurant, built by his father in the late 1990s, will disappear into the sea. The landscape here used to be different. Dense woodland, pine trees, as this private footage dating back to 2005 shows. The locals from the village used to come here. Back then everything was green. It was like a forest, like the Amazon. But now you can see for yourself. Not much is left from that time. Most of the trees are gone, taken by the sea and by people, local villagers who illegally cut them down. Fewer tourists come here to visit, which means less revenue for his restaurant. My entire family has invested all the money here in the business, and we are very sad about what's happening because it's our life's investment at stake. The Albanian government should be doing much more to stop erosion, he says. We are headed to the capital, Tirana. In the environmental ministry, we meet Claudiana Marica. She's tasked with coastal conservation.
What we suffer is the implementation, the lack of the financial resources, and also of the human resources, because when we are talking about the financial resources, this is also linked with the human resources that are needed to work on the implementation process.
Less than 1% of the national budget is set aside for environmental protection, she says, and estimates Albania would need to spend 30 times as much money that the impoverished country lacks. Back in the lagoon Kunevine, the existential threat is growing for people who make their living here. This lagoon already gave first signs years ago, but we did not take it seriously that everything here is coming to an end. Damush says the times when he pulled in kilo after kilo of fish are long gone. More and more fishermen are quitting. Blue crab, that's the only thing now abundant here.